Hello, thanks for joining. This is Melanie Williams with Mel Stamps. I'm here today doing a video to show you how to do the cards that we did in Mel Stamps Card Club this month, October. We used the stamp set Snowy Wonder, and it's got a lot of cute little Christmas stamps. We used nearly all of them, and I'm just going to show you how to make the cards that came in your kit. You received 2 of each of 4 designs. I'm just going to stamp one of them so that you can see how to do the cards. Now, if you're not in my stamp club, you can find the information for it in the description of this video. Anyway, so let's get started. Started stamping. With your kit, you also got the 8 cards that you can make, already pre-cut and everything, and you got a package of these pecan pie clear ribbon adhesive back dots and some of this white frayed ribbon. It's really cool. It's frayed on both sides. So anyway, we're going to use that too. And you also got a pack of the Iconic Celebration. You got some of paper, and we have used some of that in the cards, but you're going to have a lot left over that you can use. It's got a lot of different patterns on it. Very, very cool. So it's not just for Christmas, it's for other celebrations too. So now let's get started stamping. We're going to do card number 1. I'm going to show you what it looks like first. Here's the kit. Now you have 2 cards in your kit, but I've already taken one of mine out, and so I've just got the one. But this is the card, and this is the Let It Snow card. Really, really cute card. So I'm going to show you how to do this card. And in this video, we're going to stamp our envelopes too and stamp the inside of the cards. So that makes it really fun. First of all, I want you to take this tag die. It's already die cut for you and everything. And we're going to do some stamping on it. We're going to stamp in Pecan Pie, Mossy Meadow, which doesn't want to open, there we go, and Misty Moonlight. Okay, the first thing we're going to stamp is our little house. It's like a cabin, Christmas cabin. It's this one. We're going to stamp that in the Pecan Pie. We want to do the 2 larger stamps first, and then we can fill in around with the snowflakes and the smaller ones. I always like to test my stamps to make sure they're inked up good. Got to ink that a little better. So I'm going to put this one right here. So we have that little house, and then Let It Snow is going to be done in the Misty Moonlight. I'm just going to put this next to the house here. I didn't really test it. I probably should have, but it worked out. So then we have those 2, and now we're going to do some trees. There's a couple of trees in this stamp set. I'm going to use the one that's just kind of an outline of a tree. So I'll show you what I mean there. So you can just kind of see the outline. It's not filled in. And I'm going to stamp these to fill this in a little bit. One of them full strength over on the side here. Kind of overlaps the house, but that's okay. I'm going to stamp another one down here further. And then one's in the background, and it's stamped off. And since we already stamped it, we're going to put it on like that. So then we've got all of our trees, Let It Snow. Just going to add a few of these little teeny snowflakes. I think it's this one I used. Yep. And you don't want to do too many. You don't want it to be too cluttered. Just do a few snowflakes. Basically, there's going to be 3 snowflakes on here. Let It Snow, those 2. So there we go. We've got our tag. And that's all the stamping we're doing on that tag, but we're going to do the inside of the card with some of the stamping too. We're just going to put some trees, just like the ones we did on the card. We're just going to put it down here in the corner. Just a few trees. 3. There we go. and take that snowflake again. Where'd it go? The little snowflake. There it is. And put a few around. So we have snowflakes and trees right there. So that's going to go on the inside of our card. But while we've got these stamps out, I'm going to stamp kind of the same thing on the envelope. It's fun. It's everything stamped. So fun. So let's do a tree there, there, there. You don't have to do it just like I did. You can do it different if you want. That one and kind of a stamped off one there. So then we have both of our envelope and the inside of the card stamped. Yay! Now this is just your card base, and you want to make sure you fold it on and crease it on the score line. Let me move my inks back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to use our seal. I use the Stampin' Seal. You can use Steel Plush, whatever is your favorite adhesive. I'm just going to stick this inside of the card base. Whoops, got a little puppy hair on there. Okay, and it's just going to leave that base, and so that makes it really cute inside of the special Christmas card. Got that. So next we're going to use the Designer Series paper, and I have pre-cut the pieces. In your kit it tells you what size to cut them. This one is 2 by 4. This one is 3/4 by 5.5. And let's see, this one is 4.5 by 1/2. So they're all different sizes. We're just going to put these on with the Stampin' Seal. This is going to go, we're leaving an 1/8 of an inch around the edge of that. That's going to go on first. And then this one goes on second because it's over this one. So we're going to just run across there. I'm going to do it a little bit up, and it goes over to the edge. So you can see that there's a little bit of the snowflake paper showing there. And then this one is just going to go on top of there, just kind of centered. We don't want it to cover up too much of the trees, so kind of maybe 1/2 and 1/2 over there, like that. I've got some ink from my, I don't know where I got it. I get inky fingers when I stamp, but we're gonna put this on. That won't even show. We'll have our tag over it. The next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this ribbon. This is, see, we did about 8 inches of this. Gonna fold it in half. It's kind of tricky. And we're just going to kind of force it through this hole. This hole's quite little, and this ribbon is frayed on both sides, and it's kind of thick. But once we get this in, it's really cute. Just put it through like that. Just loop it through. You want to make sure that this doesn't twist too much. And then just pull that tight. Got to be careful so it doesn't tear the tag. You pull too hard. You just want to get that on there. See how that looks? Isn't that cute? Then I'm going to just trim the edges, the ends of the ribbon. Sit at an angle, like that. And then we can use Stampin' Dimensionals to put this on the card. So I'm just going to use the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals, put it on the card. We want to pop it up because that ribbon makes it kind of bulky. So we want it to lay even with the bulkiness of the ribbon. Here we go. And I'm going to put that up so it covers up that black mark. Put this over. Let it snow. there's the card, and then you open it up and it's got this cute inside. I'm going to move these ink pads a little. There we go. Now the last thing we're going to do is put our gems on. So I'm going to use my take your pick tool to do this. And I'm just going to lift them up. I'm going to use the clear ones, and they've got kind of like a zigzag going through them. That pretty cool. I love it. I'm just going to do a larger one and a small one there, and then one of the larger ones up here. So there you go. First card is done. So hold that up so you can see how those kind of sparkle. And we can move on to the second card. Card number 2 is with the little penguin. It's a pretty cute card. I love it. So in this one we stamped the inside and the envelope too. So we'll be doing that. Okay, so we'll get all of our stuff out. This is the Glimmer paper, and we've cut this out with a different die. I can't remember what stamp set it's, I mean what die set it's from, but it just says Christmas. Here we go. First thing we're going to stamp for this, oh, let me tell you what size the paper is though first. The paper is 2 by 4. So we'll go on there. That's the designer paper. And then this is 6 inches of ribbon. I pre-cut both of those. You'll need to cut those with the ribbon that you got. You got a whole spool of ribbon and a set of the paper. So okay, so first we're going to use the Pecan Pie again. One of my favorite colors. I don't really like Pecan Pie as it's so rich, but I love this color, Stampin' Up! Color. And we're going to take these 2 stamp sets. They look a little bit like candy corn, but they're actually mountains. So we're going to just kind of stamp the mountains on the sides. So I'm going to stamp it in there. I want to make sure it's going to stamp good. There we go. And I'm going to put, it's probably about 1/4 of the way up. Just going to stamp a mountain there, and then see where this is going to go. Kind of want to gauge it with that. And stamp mountain there, and then a couple of the small ones. And this does not have to be perfect, obviously. But when you put your card together, you're going to see parts of those mountains. Okay. Then we're going to do the inside of the card with the mountains too. And this time I'm just going to do one right here, and then some on the sides. When I get this, I'm going to straighten that out a little bit. I was a little bit crooked, but there we go. And just do a couple mountains there. So that's on the inside of the card. And then we want the same look on our envelope. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Not too tough, is it? Okay, then I can go ahead and glue this on the inside of the card. Doesn't take too long to dry. And I've lost my seal. There we go. This on the inside. This is a fun way to have cards open. It's just 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored up 5 1/2. And instead of having it open this way, it opens this way. Kind of fun. Just a different thing. Then we can go ahead and put the red piece. This is real red. And put that on. And we don't want to cover up all of the mountains. So I'm going to let some of them peek through. Like that. And we've got this fun piece of the designer series paper that we're going to put on. And it is going to go all the way to the end and then leave about 1/8 of an inch on the bottom and more on the top, like that. Now we are about ready to do some stamping. Again, we're going to stamp this cute little penguin in the Memento black ink. Let me find him. There we go. I'm just going to ink him up. There we go. Stamp the penguin. He's so cute. And then there's a greeting in this stamp set that says Happy New Year. You see this? We're just going to use the happy, and we're going to stamp it on the bottom of this piece of paper. And then we'll just cut that out. Whoops, I didn't do that very well. Let's go over here and do it again. There we go. Happy. Now we can just take our paper snips and cut it out. I'm just going to cut a straight line. Like I say, it does not have to be perfect. And then just going to give these ends a little snip. Let's just cut this down a little bit so that the happy's more centered. The reason we did that is because we want to do Happy Christmas. And we already have our Christmas right here. So, got that. Now, what you're going to do is take this little penguin and cut around. Now, there is a die cut, a die that comes in the Snowy Wonder die set that cuts this penguin out. And you can just go ahead and trim around him, and when you get that done, it's like this, and he's ready to go. I just didn't want you to have to wait for me to trim him. Now I've got my Peach Pie Stampin' Right marker, and I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use this bullet side right there, and I'm going to use it to color his little beak and his feet. How cute is he? There we go. So cute. Now we're ready to do some assembling. First of all, I'm going to put this ribbon on. So this is going to go across about that far up, but I'm going to trim the ends in the slant. Oops. And then do this one in the same slant. Whoa, that didn't work very well, did it? You just sharpened my scissors. Okay, let's see if that's long enough. So that it goes all the way across the card. Now the best way to do this, to adhere this to the card, is to put a strip of the adhesive down. And I'm just following those checkers to get it straight, and then just kind of off a little bit right there. And then we can put this on, if I can see where it is. There we go. And that is going to hold that ribbon down good. Wait, let's move it a little bit over. I want it to be centered on the card. And it goes underneath those mountains, covers up the bottom, but we can still see them peeking out there. And then that will hold that ribbon on. Okay, we are about there. See this guy? I'm going to put him on dimensionals. Just going to use the regular dimensionals. 2 of them will hold him on. He's just going to kind of be hanging out there. Happy Christmas. And kind of put him at a slant. Now the dimensionals brings it up even with the ribbon a little bit higher, so he can kind of be over that ribbon a little bit. Then we have a tricky part. We're going to put the happy on, and then we've got to glue this Christmas down, and we're going to use our adhesive for that. It is, let's put this up a little bit. It's the multi-purpose glue. It's liquid glue. That's what we're going to use to glue that down. So this is kind of tricky. I'm going to glue the happy first. Just going to put dots across. You don't want the adhesive to come out the other side and get all over the card. So I'm going to put that up about right there. And then when we put Christmas on, it will just overlap a titch. Okay, just a little bit. So here, this is very important. Now you could put this on with a toothpick, just doing little dots. I'm gonna do dots. Don't squeeze it very much because you don't want too much to come out. You don't want it to go over the edge. This is a very intricate die. And you don't need a ton of adhesive either. This glue holds everything really well. Okay, so now we've got our Christmas. Pick it up, and you're going to get a little bit sticky. You will. It's not going to be too bad, though. You'll be okay. You're going to glue it to the ribbon. There we go. And that's just going to go right across the ribbon. Now, while that dries on, I'm going to put an ink pad on there, maybe upside down, just to kind of hold it down and let it dry for a second. Would have been smart to put that on and then cut out the penguin, because that would have saved some time. But anyway, there, that is dry. Now all we have to do is, see if we put that right, yep, is put our embellishments on. And for this one, I think we'll use the pecan pie ones. That'll be fun. Kind of bring in the mountain color. So I'm just going to put a couple on the mountains. Over here, one there. And you can put more if you want. You don't have to do it just like mine. One there. And then just want to put one over here by this one, right there. Ideally, there would be room there, but I didn't leave enough room. But there we go. See that glimmer? And we have done card 2. This is so fun. I love stamping with you. Every month we get to make fun cards. There's also an add-on kit that we do every month, just where you get a stamp set and then 4 card kits for 4 different cards. And you can order that with your club order for only $25. And you're getting everything you need to make you get the card kits and the stamp set. So yay, that's fun. This month for October 24, it was the Humble Home. And you can find that in my YouTube channel too. You can find that video and watch it if you'd like and see the fun cards I made with that. Now we're on card number 3. I'm going to dig in my mess and find it. Here we go. You got your, I've pre-cut the ribbon and the designer series paper. These are 2 by 2, and then these are 4 1/4 each. So there's 2 of them, 4 1/4. And then we've got these other fun pieces. Very fun. This die, I can't even remember which kit it's in, I mean which set it's in, but it's got some grooves around the edges, which makes this kind of like a fancy fancy tag. The name of all the product that I used will be in my description, so you can look that up if you want and find out what die that is. Okay, so you've got this extra piece. It's not in the instructions, but it does make doing the front of this card easier. Here's our card. And we're lining all these pieces up and then putting it on the front of the card. It is kind of tricky. So I've cut this other piece out for you so you can use it, so you don't have to really think about where to line it up on the actual card base, which I need to get. There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to use my seal Stampin' Seal and put this together. This is Mossy Meadow cardstock. What size are these? I can't remember what size these are. I'm going to measure. They are 2 by 3 1/4. Whoops. Yeah. I want to make sure the plaid, it's embossed with the plaid embossing folder. So I want to make sure the plaids are, it's the right side up so that it's not indented, but it's embossed out. This one's a little bit crooked. You know what helps? A darker background than the white, and you can tell where you're putting things down. So I always keep something so that I can get things on straight. There we go. That's going to help with these two. So these should just slide right in there. The 2 by 2. Get it even. And then the trees. Such a cute card. Now, it's kind of gone over the edge on this side, but that is okay. That's okay because we can turn this over and just trim it. And then it will be fine. Okay. There we've got this part of the card that we can put on the card front. Like that. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this down now. And then we can put the rest of the card front together. We're going to start doing our stamping. Okay. There we go. We have these little pieces. A little tree, the tag. Got our envelope. Here's what we're going to stamp here. We're going to use the other little tree, the one that's filled in. I'm going to show you. We're going to stamp it in the Mossy Meadow. And see, it's kind of filled in. And I'm going to try to do this without getting my head. I might have to go out of the screen because I have to look so right down on it to get it even. And that's pretty good. See, I got that. Then we can go ahead and stamp the greeting. And it's just Season's Greetings. It's one of the cool stamps in the set. I'm going to stamp that in the Mossy Meadow too. Make sure it inked up. Yep. Just line that up, just kind of centered. Like that. Okay, I really should have stamped it over further because see how this tree's there? But I'm going to put the tree on the other side. You never really mess it up. It's always fine. I'm going to take the larger tree, this one, that looks so good with the trees in the paper, and I'm just going to stamp the envelope with that one. It's a fun tree, and I wanted to use it in the with the cards. So we've got that, and then we'll just put that in the inside of the card, down in the right corner. There we go. Let those dry a little bit. Now, these are kind of tricky. We want to do the edges slanted, like we've done all the others. And we're going to do a crisscross. So one's going to go like that. This ribbon frays very easily, so you want to be careful not to get it too frayed. See how that just kind of crisscrosses? The way we're going to do that is right through here where this goes, we're going to put a line of our Stampin' Seal. Like that. Whoops. Ha. And then we can lay these across. So they're just a little bit off-centered. So they're going to do a crisscross, but not enough to really show the paper underneath. See how I did that? Isn't that cute? And then we have our tag that we can put on. Now we don't want to glue it straight to the ribbon and have it be wobbly. So I'm going to take some mini Stampin' Dimensionals and I'm going to put it on the bottom of the tag, just right along the bottom. And along the top. Then when we stick it down, the ribbon will go through the center and the tag will be glued to the card. That's a fun trick, huh? Take all of these off. I should fast forward through this, but I don't know if I will or not. It's a lot of dimensionals to take the backing off of. Okay. And then when we put it on, centered there, it's going to hook to the paper underneath and our tag won't be wobbly. Then I'm going to take, oh, there it is. I'm like, I thought I lost it. I'm going to take this tree. We're going to put it on this side. I'm just going to put a dimensional on the bottom, one of these mini ones right there. And it will hold it onto the card like that. Season's Greetings. How cute is that? It's very cute. I love it. Now all we have to do is add our embellishments. And I think I'll use the pecan pie ones for this one too. I'm just going to add a few on each side. 2, 3, and put a couple on the top side. I always have to do 3 or 5 or 7. It always has to be an odd number. But there we go. That's our perfect plaid card and envelope. And that was card number 3. We've just got one left to do. One. Crazy, huh? The colors we're going to use are different for this one. It's going to be this cute little snowman. We're going to use the black and the Misty Moonlight. Okay. And we've also got the envelope stamped and the inside. So we'll do those too. Hopefully I won't forget. I've remembered on the other ones. Okay, so let's get our kit out. Here we go. Once again, I've already pre-cut the ribbon. I think this is 6 inches. Yes, 6 inches. And the paper is 1 by 5.5. That's this cute little stars. Okay, get stamping. This is the Glimmer paper. It's the peach pie. I love it. It really adds something special to this card. Okay, first of all, let's stamp our snowman. Oh, don't lose your little hat. This little snowman hat. I cut that out for you with the dies. You don't want to lose that. Now this snowman, let's see how he's going to be. I'm sure making a pretty grid sheet there. Put the snowman on here. He's so cute. Right there. Very easy. I'm just going to go ahead and put his hat on. I'm going to use a Stampin' Dimensional. I can either use a mini one or, yeah, I'll use the mini. Then it won't hang off the edge or anything. And we're just going to put that hat on him like that. He's about ready to go. Then we're going to take the blue piece, the round piece. We're going to stamp, well, let's take this one first while we've got the black ink. This one is a Happy New Year. So that's one of the greetings that comes in this stamp set. Remember, we used happy. Now we're going to use the whole thing, the Happy New Year. So we're going to stamp it all. There we go. Just in the center of this. There we go. Now you may have to poke some of these out, because when we cut it out, not all of these punch out. So one of them just came out. So you may have to poke some of those out if they're still in there. You don't want to leave them on there. Okay, and then we're going to take a bigger snowflake that's in the stamp set. And we've got these little, they're little snowflakes, there's little dots. And we're going to stamp on here, just kind of random stamp around. Just a few of them. Like that. And then take this little one, kind of fill it in a little bit. Like that. Makes it really cute. So we've got all of our circles ready. This is such a circle card. Total circle. While we've got these out, let's go ahead and stamp our envelope and the inside of the card. Now the envelope is kind of telling a story on this one, because in Frosty the Snowman, when the hat blows off the snow, when the hat blows away from the magician and goes in the snow, and then the kids find it and put it on Frosty's head, he comes to life. So here's his hat waiting to go on the snowman, and then when you open up the card, there it is. There's the snowman coming to life. I thought that was fun. So I'm just going to do a few more of these. Well, one of these, and then there's a medium-sized snowflake I'm going to use. So there's 3 snowflakes in this stamp set. I'm going to use like that. And use some of these speckles. There. Then we're going to stamp this hat. Where'd it go? There we go. And here's his hat. We're just going to put it on right there. Then we're going to turn around and do the same thing to the inside of the card, but it's going to be this way because the card goes up and down. So I'm going to see which side we should put that on. I'm going to put it on the bottom right. Here we go. Same thing. Where did I put my snowflake? There it is. Okay. So I'll put the snowflake, and then we'll put the little one. And little speckles. And where's that hat? Oh, fun little hat. Let's put it right there. There we go. Now we just need to assemble the card. We're almost done. So you just want to take this and fold it, and then just crease it with your bone folder. Get a good crease in there. And we can put this on the inside with our Stampin' Seal. I always lose stuff. I make such a mess when I'm stamping. I'm a messy stamper. I'll admit that. Put this in the center of the card. It's so fun. I love this basic gray as the background. Really was perfect choice for the background. So we've got that in. Now we're going to take this strip and put it on the very edge. We're just kind of gonna build a build some strips here. So we'll put this strip on the very edge, and then we're going to put the ribbon next, like that. Remember how we do the ribbon? We're just going to put a line of this adhesive down for this strip of ribbon to hold it down, and we can just trim that off. That's why we cut it at 6 instead of 5.5, so that we could get a good trim on the edge of the ribbon. There we go. And then we've got this fun. I'm going to use my the glue for this. I'm just going to do some dots. Another skinny line, dots. A little bit of glue will go a long way here. And put this over. just kind of really close to the ribbon, kind of tucked under. Just that frayed edge, just a little bit tucked under. And then we got to trim this end off too. And it will just be even, right like that. And a little bit of black there. I get inky fingers. I'm making a mess with the ink. I don't know why. Can always tell when I've been stamping. Okay, so then we just add our circles. So we've got our snowman. We've got Happy New Year. That's going to overlap just a little bit. This one is going to be the first one we're going to glue down. So let's just start those layers. It's going to peek out on the bottom. And then, I don't know if I put him with dimensionals. I think I did. Yeah, he's got dimensionals on him. So we're going to use the regular size and put him down. Just pop him up a little bit. He's kind of the focal center of the card. And put him on there. Kind of overlaps both of those. And then this is also going to be on the dimensional. Then we'll just need to add our embellishments and color his nose. Will be good. Isn't he cute? We've got this to color his nose with too. Remember, it's the peach pie Stampin' Right marker. So we're just going to color that nose. There we go. What do you think? Very cute. And we're going to use the white gems for this one. Put a couple, one there, and one there. See, it looks like he's kind of holding that sign up. Happy New Year. What a cute card. Put it up. There we go. We've got our envelope. Well, there you have it. We have made 4 cards. And now when you put together yours, you can either watch the video and put it together and then pause when you need to make the other one, or put them together one at a time. I don't know, however you want to do it, but now you know what you're stamping. Let's look at these again. I'm going to put these out again. There's the Happy New Year, Season's Greetings. Here's the cute little penguin. And here's the Let It Snow. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, it was fun stamping with you. Remember, all the information is in the description. Join the club if you want. It's really, really fun. Every month we make fun cards. And tell your friends. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, it was fun stamping with you. Remember, all the information is in the description. Join the club if you want. It's really, really fun. Every month we make fun cards. And tell your friends. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.